So Jessica here, coming to you live from my kitchen, and let's cook live on the fly. I am making a what's it called? Got my recipe over here. One pot chicken orzo recipe. So I've got it started, but I need to dice up my onions. So I love to use the manual food processor for this. You can use our new twist and chop too, of course, but like the old traditional manual food processor in a pinch, because it doesn't require a cord or anything like that. It has a silicone ring around the bottom, and you just pump, and you can do it either this way or just flip the lid around and give it a push with your other hand. You can really control how finely or coarsely you chop it up, which I want to get a little more coarse. And I'm going to swing you over here because my chicken's cooking over here. And I do need to flip it. So I'm using our chef tongs. I'll bring you over here in a second so you can see how nice and golden those chicken pieces look. But really quick with these chef tongs, they're magnetic. So you just hold them down, give it a squeeze, and they open. And then to lock them, you hold them this way, give it a squeeze, and this mechanism moves down, and now they're locked. So to unlock, you go like that, and then to lock, you go like that. So those are our chef tongs. So, okay, I got this nice and chopped the way I need it. I'm going to take the blade out. And also what I love about the manual food processor is there's no center prong in the middle, so it's a nice little mixing bowl, and it does come with a lid for storage, and it's all, these pieces are dishwasher safe. The lid with the pump handle, just hand wash that because you don't want that getting submerged in water, that's all. So, okay, let's see. My next step is I'm going to bring it over here. See that chicken? How it's got a nice golden look to it. So I'm using the cast iron skillet that has a lid. So you can see what it looks like with the lid on. Oh, and by the way, our cast iron, they have all these little rivets in the lid. So when you put it on, the condensation gets circulated inside. So the moisture and the liquid is all going back into the food as it cooks, which is really awesome. So let's see, I need to grab a plate. And again, if you're just joining, we are making one pot chicken with orzo. I'm using boneless, skinless chicken thighs. Okay? You can use bone-in with the skin on. Of course, you will get a little bit more flavor from the skin. There's a little bit of skin on these pieces. I left them on just for that reason. So just look inside this pan now. See that? That is Flavor Town, my friends. So I'm going to take, they call that, in the cooking world, they call that fond. And I'm very, very fond of Flavor Town, let me tell you. All right, so I'm going to take all this onion and add this to the pan. And we want to cook the onion down. There's already oil in here, so we want to get that cooked a little bit. And the juice from the oil is already lifting up the flavor, as you can see inside the pan. And when we add more liquid to the pan, more will even come up. That is where the flavor is. And if you want the recipe I am doing here tonight, just give me a message in the comments and I'll send it over to you. But this is not in the recipe I'm using. This is our French onion dip. I seasoned the chicken with this. So that's my little secret Pampered Chef ingredient for this particular recipe. And then I'm gonna add just a little more salt. I got kosher salt here to the onions, and that also is going to help bring the moisture out of the onion and get a lot of this flavor up from the pan. Okay. And next, my onions, let me show you, they're like cooked down pretty good. So now I'm going to add the orzo, which is almost, it's pasta, but it's almost like a rice. And I want to stir this around because I want to get the orzo toasted slightly, because that also adds more flavor to the dish. Okay, got this all mixed up. Let's see inside the pan here. Should probably raise you guys a little bit just so you can see better in the pan. And I can do that. Let me put this here. There we go. Put you up a little bit higher. Hi friends. So if you're just joining, I am making a one pot chicken orzo. All right, so our orzo and onion mixture, I would say the orzo is toasted enough. I'm going to actually remove it from the heat. Now the fun part is to add fresh garlic. With Pampered Chef's garlic press, of course. So you just take the entire clove and you put it inside the press and the skin returns. You don't even have to peel this garlic. No harm, no foul though, if you prefer to peel it before pressing it, but you do not have to. And you get all the meat and the juice into your recipe. All right, now I'm really pressed for time because my phone just warned me that it's low, battery low. Okay. All right, so we got the garlic in here, and then I'm just gonna scrape off the extra garlic that's there, mix this around a little bit so that garlic is spread out. This pan is nice and hot, so it's still gonna toast a bit, that garlic. Okay. Then so I need half a cup of tomato paste, and that is pretty much what's left in my can here. And I'm going to turn the flame back on really quick because I want to somewhat get this paste mixed in and cooked down slightly. Oh my gosh, this is going to be so good. And friends, I do like to season even a little more as I cook and add ingredients. So I'm going to add a little bit more salt and also a little bit of pepper. And if you really like a lot of heat, no harm, no foul in adding a little red pepper flake to this too. Okay, I think that's good. On to the next thing. Super easy, this recipe. This is 3 cups of chicken broth. Okay, turn that flame back on and up on high. And this broth is actually what is going to get the rest of that flavor down that was stuck to the pan off and released into this mixture that we got going on here. So I get this all blended. And then we're going to bring this up to a boil. So this is a 12-inch cast iron covered skillet while we're waiting for this to come to a boil. And this is great. I love our cast iron collection. And the lid has these rivets in it, so like when you need to cook something that's covered and it's boiling and the condensation is on the lid, it's actually circulating and falling back into the food, which gives you even more flavor, which is a great thing. All right, I just want to make sure I'm good to go. And the beauty of this is once this comes to a boil, we're going to add the chicken back into the pan. The first step I did was I preheated my oven to 375, and then I'm going to nestle the chicken inside the pan and then put this whole dish into the oven in about 15-20 minutes. It's done. Dinner is served. You can serve this with another vegetable on the side, like steamed broccoli would be good, or asparagus, or even just a side salad would be delicious as well. So we're almost to a boil. So really quick, while we're waiting for that to boil, let me show you this little trick, because once that's done and comes out, we're gonna need some basil for serving, because it does get sprinkled with some Parmesan cheese and a little basil on top. So let me just show you this trick if you're not aware of how to do this. I'd like to share tips from the kitchen as well. So I'm just going to pick these leaves off the stem and kind of make a pile. So if you've seen basil cut up in strips, they call that chiffonade, I think that's how you say it, that fancy way. So you just want to actually just take your leaves like so and just make a pile. This one's the biggest one here. We'll put that on the bottom. These are the nice little ones. Okay. And then you kind of just want to roll it like a cigar, as tight as you can. It's okay if some pieces fall out. And get it wrapped nice and tight. And then just take your knife and then just give it thin slices. Okay, nice thin slices, and then you get this really nice long chiffonade basil, and that's how you do that. Super easy, just a little tip for you. So look at this, we're boiling now over here pretty vigorously. So now I'm going to take my chicken and I'm going to add it back to the pan. I'm going to turn the flame off. I want to just give it a quick stir. Make sure nothing's sticking to the bottom. And I can tell that the orzo is already soaking up those liquids. Alright, so let's get this chicken back into the pan. Of course, pour the chicken juice in there because that's even more flavor. There we go. And then this is going to go into the oven uncovered for about 15 to 20 minutes. The oven's been heated to 375. How you can tell when this is done is basically the orzo is all soaked up with those liquids, and it's almost like a rice. So I will post in the comments of this video a picture of what it looks like when it's finished. I hope you picked up some kitchen tips tonight with this little recipe that I did. If you want the recipe, just ask me and I'll send it over to you. And last but not least, if you saw any products that I used here tonight from Pampered Chef that you don't have in your kitchen and you want to get in your kitchen, there's 3 ways you can do that. And that is, of course, just go to my website and make a purchase, or you can host a party and earn host rewards and get them free and discounted, and your friends will love you because they'll learn new recipes, kitchen hacks, and get new tools for their kitchen as well. And last but not least is join my team. Do what I do. If you're already cooking in the kitchen and you're sharing what you're doing, why not do it through Pampered Chef, just like I did, and show the tools that you're using to make a quick and easy weeknight dinner. So this recipe put together took me about, from start to finish, probably about 25 minutes to put together and get it in the oven. Once it's in the oven, you gotta wait another 15 to 20, but then dinner's served. So that's it, friends. I hope you enjoyed this, and thanks for watching. And if you really follow me and love my walking videos too, give me some hearts for that as well. I wanna know that you'd enjoy those as well. So have a good night, friends, and I'll see you soon.